Hello and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. And today I'm very excited to bring you Samsung's Galaxy A13, the non-5G variant. Let's take a look at it. Released in March of this year, this phone is an oddity to me as it sports 32 gigabytes of storage paired to 3 gigabytes of RAM. It is not 5G, but it does have a 6.6 inch 1080 by 2408 display along with a 15 megapixel camera and NFC, so a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So again, even though this phone isn't 5G and it's only very, very low end specs, it's supposed to have a fairly good camera, and in addition to that, it's just a little bit larger than their other models coming at 6, and this one comes in at 6.6, and the other ones have come in at around 6.5. The phone itself does sport a 2.0 octa-core processor. All the cores are clocked in at 2.0, even though 4 of them are clocked in for efficiency, and then the other 4 are clocked in for more power-intensive, heavy uses. Now let's go ahead and go over a quick tour of the phone. So on the back of the phone, this is the black version, and we do have a triple camera array with the main lens being of course, a 50 megapixel lens, followed by a 5 megapixel ultra wide, as well as a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth lens all the way to the side, if I am not mistaken. Now, if we look over to the left side of the phone, we're going to see a fairly plain phone. We just have our SIM/SD card tray. If we look at the top of the phone, you're going to be seeing a pinhole microphone. And if we go over to the right to the phone, you're going to be seeing me driven up the wall because we have the volume rocker as well as the power button all on the same side. And if you guys are new to the channel, let me tell you, that drives me up the wall. Very often I am just trying to turn it up, I'm trying to turn it down, and I wind up turning off my screen. So while we're looking at the volume rockers as well as the power button, it is worth mentioning that we do have a fingerprint scanner up on our power button as well. And if we go over on the bottom of the phone, we can see a grill for our speaker. We also have a Type-C port in the middle for charging and data transfer, one more pinhole microphone, as well as a headphone jack. So in the box, we do get a cheap twisted wire SIM ejector tool for you all to be able to see and observe. And then we also got a Type-C to Type-C USB cable. So you will need to buy a new wall adapter in case you don't have a Type-C to Type-C wall adapter at home. And we also get a bunch of paperwork, which is just a quick start guide, terms and conditions, some more terms and conditions, and that's about it. You no longer get a wall adapter, but I think most of us knew that, but just in case you didn't, now you know. We can just go ahead and see what a beautiful... man, they brought back that shiny plastic again. Son of a bee. They definitely brought that shiny plastic back to where this thing is going to get scratched to all heck the moment anything touches the screen. It's going to get scratched. Matter of fact, I bet you that right now when I went like this, it got scratched. So I guess they're bringing the shiny, glossy textures back, whatever. And once we get inside the phone, we can see that it's, your typical Samsung. It's fairly similarly laid out as the rest of them. I am very happy to see that now on the left side, we have a Google bar or a Google area instead of having Bixby, because Bixby in all reality, in all actuality, was just extremely annoying in my opinion. While we're at it, let's go ahead and finally open up our Geekbench test, and we're going to be finding out what kind of benchmark we're going to get. This is just an octa-core processor with 2.0 gigahertz for all 8 of the cores, for both the efficiency cores and the power cores. And we're going to be right back with you guys as soon as this is over. All right, and we are back. Unfortunately, this took a really, really, really painfully long time, and unfortunately there's no way to sugarcoat this. As you can see, we got a 148 for the single core and a 535 for the multi-core respectively. Those numbers are quite bad. Again, I didn't even need to look at these numbers. I didn't even need to wait until the Geekbench test was done to be able to figure out that this was not going to be great, because it just took so long. I believe it took almost a whole 10 minutes to get this done. And as we can see, while we have a 148, something like a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has something like a 924. Something like a Galaxy S21 would have 6 times the performance that we have on the single core, and we're so far away from even the lower tiers. And if we go to the multi-core, we're going to have a 535 for the multi-core versus 3085. That's something like a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra would have, and about 1/6 of the performance there. And this is, about a 10th of the price roughly. So yeah, I mean, this is not a performance device. This is not meant to wow anybody. I think more than anything, it's just meant to bring a solid battery life, a solid screen, without costing a lot of money. And I think Samsung is aware that some folks might say that they don't need 5G. They'd say, well, 4G is just fast enough for me, and there's no need for me to get all that 5G and spend any extra money. And I mean, I guess it works because some people do specifically seek out 4G devices. Why would you do that? I'm not sure, but some people do. But while we're at it, let's go ahead and try out the cameras while we're here. So then, that would be a portrait picture. And then this is what video looks and sounds like on the camera of the Galaxy A13 4G. It's actually not that bad. The front-facing camera is not half bad. It does have a different color signature. It is calibrated differently, but I'm not offended of it. I'm not offended by it. I'm a fan. Okay, and then let's turn this around, and then let's fire up our main camera. So then, this is what video looks and sounds like on the main camera of the Galaxy A13 4G. I will not know what this looks like until after the recording, once I am editing this, but I am hoping that it looks a lot like the selfie camera, if not even better. But all right. Like I said before, this phone is an oddity to me. I don't even know why it exists, with the 5G revolution being 2, 3, 4 years, into full effect. But there is people that are going to buy this. There are definitely people that are going to be buying this. Let me know in the comments, would you buy this? Why would you buy this? Or let me know what other phones similar to this you would buy. Go ahead and tell me, what do you think about this texture? Do you like it when manufacturers do more matte textures with like a wavy pattern, or something grippy where you can put your hands on it? Or do you like this? Do you guys prefer more the glossy, shiny surface where everything's very reflective? I kind of don't. I feel like that's a little bit on the older side, but everybody's taste is different. Everybody's cup of tea is different. And as always, thanks for watching.